Hi, ladies. It's Marie. So it's the end of March. I can't believe it. And I've been a little silent with you in terms of video or Facebook Lives. So that ends today. Okay, so my word for March was brave. And one of the things that scares the bejesus out of me is Facebook Live. And I did one earlier this month to prove that I could do it. And guess what? It was rocky. I couldn't interact. I was trying to go off notes, and I've decided if I'm really going to go big or go home in my commitment to myself to be brave and go after my dreams, that I need to only do Facebook Lives and no more videos. The truth is, I was doing videos because I wanted to be perfect for you. And I wanted to do this video today, and it may not be 5 minutes, to just give you a sense of who I am. Because some of you in this group have known me for a really long time. I mean, a really long time. Some of you have known me for quite some time. Some of you are just being introduced to me in the last couple months. And some of you have taken the leap of faith and just joined this week or last and are like, who the hell is she? But I don't know, the ad said something to me that really resonated with me. And I took a walk this morning. I live by the beach. I'm very blessed that way. And I grew up by the beach, so that's really nice. And I just had a lot of things that were heavy on my heart. And one of the things that I want you to know is that I am a recovering perfectionist. And that has gotten in the way in my life in so many ways. And it's why I was doing videos, because I was trying to be perfect for you. And let me just tell you that it's super high risk for an A-driven personality like me to start a group called Crazy Busy Women in Balance, because the bar is super high to do that. And here I've done it. So whenever I get out of flow, I feel like a fraud to you. But here's the thing. I am fundamentally changed. I worked on myself. Every time I say that, I feel like it means plastic surgery, and it doesn't. It means that therapy and courses and certifications and all of these things that drew me to this new life I have that is in balance. And I just, for me, it's God. It might be the universe for some of you out there, but God spoke to me and said, you got to tell people about this. You got to teach people what you did over the last 3 years of your life to change and shift your life. Because you know a lot of women that are in the same crazy busy swirl, hamster brain, survival mode, that are exhausting themselves, and they don't have to, because they've somehow convinced themselves that they have to give, and can't get anything for themselves until that perfect moment of that perfect day when everything aligns and you can take a breath or do a spa day or, heavens forbid, fit in a manicure or pedicure, and somehow that means self-care. It is a cataclysmic shift in how you think, how you live, and how you organize your time. And yes, I can go off the rails like everybody else. I had a coach. I still have her, actually, and she is a rock star. She's also part of this group because she supports me. And, basically she always says, I'm only 10% ahead of you. And I believe that with all of you. I am human. I am a recovering perfectionist. Every day I wake up and I make a commitment to myself that I'm going to live differently and with intention. And the days that I do my success formula, the days that I do my meditation and mindset work in the morning, are the days I am in my power. And the days that I don't, because I've somehow convinced myself I don't have time, I go off the rails. And if I do that for 3 or 4 days, I start to get really out of flow. And then I start to spiral and go back into some old patterns. But here's the thing. It's like a trampoline. I go there, and then I bounce right back up. I'm like, yeah, no, that place isn't my home anymore. And I don't want to live there. I don't like that girl. I'm never going back to that girl. And I bounce right back up into this trampoline. And my mission in life is for you not to have 3 years to figure this out, but to do it in 8 weeks with my course, or join this group and get the little nuggets that I'm going to give you along the way. My dog is in the background, and you can hear him because he's crying for some reason. I don't know why. And I'm here in my home office because I changed my life and got rid of my big old office. And my mission in life is to change all of your lives. Because I keep on saying, if I just knew this 10 years ago, what would my life look like? What would my life look like? And so what I want you to know is that when I see the welcome posts every week and people are like, all I do is give, give, give. All I do is give, give, give. And it's never enough. And I go to bed feeling like I'm failing. I go to bed feeling like I'm failing every night. And yet I have no more time to give. I'm empty, right? Or, I just don't know how to do all of this. And there's pain there. And I know that pain intimately. I lived it for years and I was damn good at it. And I was also happy in my life. I had a rock star life. I traveled. I have all this wonderful friends and family, a relationship, a daughter. I mean, I'm blessed. Okay. But I wasn't happy and I was in survival mode. I was friggin' exhausted. And, I'm going to tell you a secret, and it's true. And I don't know if it's true for you, please comment. I know nobody's on live right now. It's the middle of the day, but I don't care because I made a commitment to do Facebook Lives so that you saw the real me and know that I'm speaking from my heart to you, because that's when I'm at best. And I'm not in perfection. See, I'm living the dream. But let me tell you that for many years, I had a lot of plates in the air, a lot of things going on, and I can handle a lot. And my belief system was that I made everybody else's life work and then I'll figure out my own. And I got a good life, so what do I need more for? I'm last. But I never got on the list because there was never time. And I can't believe I'm telling you this, but when I would go to the bathroom, whether it was at work or even at a night out or a dinner, I would be rushing, late to a dinner to meet friends, to cram in my life somewhere in between all the crazy busy. And I would go to the toilet and I would sit there and I literally would put my hands on my head and be like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. And I'm really good at living in the moment, but how freaking sad is that? And I almost got used to it. And when I think about how many years I did that, and that's how I got through, I had my coach say to me, what did you used to say to yourself to get you through? Because, you've had challenges in your life and you've found success and you've found joy and, but you're here and you're exhausted and you're done living this way. Like, what did you do to get yourself through those moments where you didn't think you could get through? And I said, I told myself it was going to be okay. And she said, is okay enough for you, Marie? Is okay enough for you? Do you want your life just to be okay? And that was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And from that day forward, and a lot of peeling layers and a lot of facing things and a lot of learning and a lot of growing and a lot of up leveling, my life isn't okay anymore. My life is awesome. And it is in a constant up level. And when I hit crazy busy, like I did this month, I haven't been with you a lot. I've been posting some motivational stuff, trying to share with you what I'm doing. But I haven't been doing a lot of videos because I didn't have time, and that is not living my purpose. And where I go and I sit that trampoline, and when I'm out of flow, it's going to happen. Life happens. Life happens. I've got a full-time business, a job. I've got responsibilities. I've got a daughter. Things go down, and I got to be there. But when I live in integrity and in my legacy and in my value system, I go straight from that down right back up. And I know the tools to get me back in flow. And part of the tools to get me back in flow is to use everything I've learned and my tools to get me back. And I'm back. And by the way, that's 2 days. It's not 7 months. It's not a year like it used to be. I know how and I have a physical reaction to when I'm out of flow. My body does not accept it anymore. I was numb for so many years. I didn't know I was out of flow. I'd look up and, I don't know, 6 months would go by, and I made the same commitment to myself every birthday, which is in the end of December, which would be my New Year's resolution, that things were going to be different. This year I would get these things. I wanted all these things that I couldn't have in my life because I didn't know how to make myself important enough to give myself permission to have it. And now I'm the first person who gets something, and everybody else gets more because of that. Think about that. When I put myself first, which was unheard of 3 years ago, that sounded selfish. I could not possibly do that. When I put myself first and take care of myself, everybody else gets more. And I'm not living in a deficit anymore for anybody or myself. What a concept. And that's what I want for all of you. Okay, that's what I want for all of you. I think I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop talking. But I'm going to talk later this week about fear. I don't know why, but I felt the need to just tuck in. There's so many new people. There's like 1,700 people in this group. And I haven't talked from my heart in a while to you guys. I've been focused on these little snippets and this and that. And damn it, I did another Facebook Live. And I'm proud of myself. And I'm being brave. It's about time to pick a new word. And it can be the same word of last month if you want. But you got to live that word every day. You got to start with intention. Let's do this together, you guys. There's a lot of pain in this group. There's a lot of people wanting a bigger life. A lot of people that responded to that ad saying, having it all comes at a cost. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It's just your definition of having it all. I have a hard time with the word balance because that means equity, 50-50, like work, life. That's not the way we work anymore. Work happens every moment of every day. So how can we stay centered on who we are, what we want out of our life, what are our values, what's important to us, what life we want to live, what our legacy is? How do we stay in that every single moment of every single day? How do we wake up in that? And better and more important, like the last week and a half for me, when we get out of flow and forget that we're the most important person in our life, how do we get back to center? These are things that I'm teaching amazing women every day in my 8-week course. If you're interested in finding out about that, messenger me, and I'd love to talk to you about it. I'll give you a free coaching call. If I can help you, God help me, I want to help you. Because honestly, I had a hard time when I figured all this out, and I am living the life I'm happier and have more today in my early 50s. God help me, I just said that out loud. Than I've ever had in my life. I feel freer today than I've ever felt. I feel more hopeful than I've ever felt. It's crazy. It's crazy. And part of it, when I really go there, breaks my heart that I didn't know this 10 years before, 15 years before. And the average age in this group is 35 to 60. That's the range, not average age, range. We are in the moment of our lives, and we're going to live the rest of it. What is our next chapter? It's that next chapter is the best chapter. Your life that's been waiting for you is there, and we need to grab it and capture it and live it. And you're here for a reason. You signed up for this group for a reason. Let's not use crazy busy as an excuse to opt out of our life like we don't have control. We are the only ones who can control our life. So let's start taking control over it in a healthy and productive way. Okay? So that is me talking about what's on my heart because I felt the need to do that today. On Thursday, I'm going to talk about fear and how it gets in your way. And I'm going to be posting more because it's spring. I'm wearing pink. The sun is shining. The flowers are blooming. It's time for us to grow. So let's do it together, okay? Bye. Thank you for listening. Second Facebook Live. Boom. Out.